Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the one and only World Improv Network comedy show on Mile High Sports Radio. Take part in the show by giving your suggestions or questions to the cast for each show segment throughout the week, or live during the show by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling in to Mile High Sports Radio studio line. Now, enjoy the show. It's local. It's global. You're listening to Win World Local News.
Win World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm C.R. Winchester. My uncle, Potter Smittss, is on vacation this week. So breaking news into the Win World Local News Sports Desk from Win Sports reporter Hardcore Hazel, who lives in Fort Worth, Texas, for the 2017 Airline Passenger Assault Championships. How's the competition going, Hardcore?
Well, thanks so much, CR. Well, the competition is well and underway right now. It kicked off with United Airlines, who assaulted a doctor, threw him off the plane, and since then, well, the rest of the airlines have really started to pick up their game in this competition. Southwest just assaulted a pregnant mother, threw her out of the plane onto the tarmac, ran her head over with a taxi. We think she'll be okay, but she's gonna be suing for a lot of money. Southwest Airlines is in big trouble, but they've taken the lead, and it looks like Frontier Airlines has just stepped in. They've kicked a puppy off the plane. The puppy is dead. CR, the puppy's dead. They're taking a picture of the dead puppy, and Frontier Airlines is printing that dead puppy photo onto the back of one of their plane wings. This is terrible, CR, but it looks like Frontier's going to take it. Back to you, CR.
Thanks, Hardcore. Our next breaking story is brought to us by Win contributor Jody from Garden Grove, California. Never been there. The 8th installment of the over-the-top film series Fast and the Furious, titled Fate of the Furious, is not only smashing box office records around the world, but also the intellect of the average moviegoer. To see what long-term effects the newest Furious film and the series as a whole has on humanity, let's go live to Win International Film Society critic Dr. Ruth Westerwood, who's in Hollywood with all the furious insight. Dr. Ruth!
Yes, thank you, CR. I do appreciate the kindness of your turning over the microphone, if you will, to me while I'm here at Fate of the Furious. I must say I am deeply concerned about the average moviegoer these days. I myself thought that Fate of the Furious might be some sort of Shakespearean play, something to deal with possibly the ancient works of our forefathers from long, long ago, of course. It turns out it's not about that at all. As a matter of fact, I have a Jason with me here. And Jason, could you tell me a little bit about what you experienced, your feelings after seeing Fate of the Furious?
Yeah, man, like anger, like fast anger coming like from the bowels of my bowels. Like, there was so much anger coming up, like I had to take a dump for days after, and like red hot dump full of anger and hate and evilness. Yeah, because it was fast, but it was fast. It like was out of my system. It was like a 5-hour bug.
Wow, yes.
Yeah!
Yes, Jason White, thank you. And wow, as you can tell, the average moviegoer is ramped up. That's a term that I've learned here today. Ramped up. Evidently, that means they're excited about what's happening in their culture when it comes to fast cars and other things. I've got Emil over here. Emil, can you give us a little bit of insight into your experience?
Well, you know, I like to go fast too. So I see the movie and I'm like, hey, I could go fast. I could be furious just like Vin Diesel.
Obviously, yes. Thank you so much, Emil. You can see here, CR, that really I'm hard pressed to find anyone who has any sort of intellectual insight into this actual movie. I will say I did enjoy a bit of the scenery. And back to you, CR.
Thanks, Dr. Ruth. Our next top story is brought to us by Win contributor Vin from Inglewood, Colorado. A new political era for the land of the rooster is upon us, as two non-traditional candidates are vying to become the next president of France. To find out who they are, what they stand for, and what this could mean for the rest of the world, let's go to Win France correspondent, correspondent's the word, Pepe Le Pew, who's live in Paris with the crepe details. Pepe!
Oh, yes, it is Pepe here. I am here with two wonderful candidates for the France presidency. There's a lot of political turmoil going on in France right now, but hopefully one of these two candidates can turn it around. I am here with the first candidate vying to become the next president of France, Miss Amélie Marionette.
Yes, thank you so much. Welcome. I am very excited to speak to you about the French election.
Yes, Amélie, why don't you tell me a bit about what is it you hope to accomplish as the next president of France?
Well, you know, this is such a great question. I hope to unite my French people. You know, I think oftentimes the world thinks of us as being, French fries, French dressing,
Yes.
French maids. There is so much more that the world does not know about our culture.
Absolutely, I would agree. That's very wonderful. I believe you would make a wonderful candidate, but I will play devil's advocate here. We have our second runner for the presidency, Mr. John Valjean. He is here to hopefully win the presidency. Mr. John Valjean, why don't you tell us a bit about what you hope to accomplish as the next president?
Well, what I want to accomplish as the next president is I want to overthrow the presidency. And that is what we'll do is I want to start with blocking off a street with furniture and those old guns that you only shoot a couple times. And then I wave a red flag. And then I'll stand on top waving the flag. And I say, "Hello, John Valjean," and I'll start singing and say, "I am the next president, and if you do not vote for me, then you will build your own furniture showcase, and I will shoot your butt, and that you will walk around with a limp for the rest of your life if you did not vote for Jean Valjean." That is what I see.
Oh, that is very, very wonderful. Well, two wonderful cases for hopefully becoming the next president. I will throw it back to you, CR. We shall see who shall be the president in the end.
Thank you, Pepe Le Pew. Now for a look at our weather, let's check in with Daisy Dust Devil, who's at the 2017 Make God Great Again Festival in Rome, Italy. How's the festival and festivities going, Daisy?
Oh my God, this is so exciting, CR. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I've had the opportunity of a lifetime. Okay, so I just want us to kind of set the mood here a little bit, CR, because, I don't know if you can hear behind me, there are chanting monks. It's like called Gregorian chant. It's amazing. So what's happening is, since God, this is like, we're going to make God great again, right? So we figured the best way, or they figured the best way to make God great again was to actually invite him to come to the festival. Oh my God, CR. We're so excited. So we're all around here waiting for God to show up. So I'm gonna ask one of my fellow waiters here. His name is Charles. Charles, can you tell us a little bit about what you kind of are expecting from Jesus' arrival?
Well, I'm hoping that Jesus will show up and he will be just as beautiful as all the paintings make him out to be.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's amazing. I totally agree, Charles. That's amazing. Anyway, it's going to be great. I'll let you know as soon as I'm enchanted and blessed. Back to you, CR.
Well, thank you, Daisy, for that excellent reporting on the weather. And thank you all for tuning in to Win World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm CR Winchester. Stay tuned for Community Court next on World Improv Network.
Give the WinCast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line during the break for a case that needs to be tackled during Community Court. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.